Black Americans are suffering as we are more likely to test positive for COVID-19, more likely to be hospitalized, and more likely to die from COVID-19 compared to non-Hispanic whites. And while COVID indeed has shined a bright light on health disparities in the US, unfortunately, these disparities that we're seeing are really analogous to what existed before COVID-19. So these differences in health outcomes or health disparities reflect the conditions in which we live, and the public health term we use for this is called social determinants of health. And so the social determinants of health include things like whether we have access to health care and the quality of our health care, but there are a whole lot of other things that are included, such as our housing and the transportation that we use and access to education and job opportunities, just to name a few. So if we put this social determinants of health concept into context about COVID, we as Black Americans are more likely to become infected with COVID because, for example, we disproportionately are essential workers. And so we're working in long-term care facilities or grocery stores, or we're driving the trains and the buses, and we can't work from home. Or another example related to our housing is that we're more likely to have multiple generations in one home, which is the case for my family. And it's happened twice in my extended family that the essential worker unfortunately became infected with COVID and brought it home, and then grandma became infected and later passed away. And then to make the matters worse, we as Black Americans are more likely to have conditions that put us at an increased risk of severe illness if we get infected by COVID. And I'm talking about things such as chronic kidney disease and sickle cell disease and diabetes and obesity, again, just to name a few.